Chair, for holding this hearing today on transparency, and I appreciate your attendance, Dr.
Jennifer.
Orme-Zavaleta.
Yeah, you're good.
And I'm glad to see that the agency is moving more towards better transparency, and I'm sad that it has been maligned by the media and others. In the past, EPA has relied upon secret studies to move forward with a particular political agenda. These studies were used to justify regulations that would have negatively affected thousands of people. For example, the EPA sought to regulate fine particulate matter or airborne dirt. This would have particularly hurt the agriculture business, which is the second largest industry in the state of Florida. There would be no way to test the data used to make the regulation because it was secret. I have a problem with that, obviously, and I believe we should have transparency, and any study funded with taxpayer funds should be made public. How do you believe the transparency and reproducibility will improve the quality and return on investment on federally funded scientific research?
So I think that as we look at federally funded scientific research, we are already making that information publicly available. Our published articles are made available through the NIH PubMed Central. Our data are made publicly available. So that's a provision that we are already doing.
Okay, thank you. Has the EPA's Office of Research and Development incorporated reproducibility and transparency in federally funded research? And how has your office incorporated those measures?
So we provide the information, the data that we generate, we make that publicly available. And so that's where we're currently at. This particular rule is not final, and we're not implementing the rule as it has been proposed. But again, we're working hard to make sure that the data that we generate, the research that we conduct, and implementing that particular provision, it also includes our external grants, as well as the rest of the agency. So any research or any publication that the agency generates, we make those publications available, we make the underlying data available, and that provision's now expected of our grantees as well. The main thing that I do want to highlight here, though, is that in doing so, we're going to continue to follow the applicable laws that protect PII and CBI.
Thank you. I appreciate your forthrightness. We've had problems with the agency. I've had problems with the agency in the past getting forthright answers from them. Suppose now I wanted to get a copy of a study that was previously deemed secret to make a law or a rule, a law made by unelected, unaccountable, unrecallable bureaucrats. Would I now be able to get a copy of that secret study, having any identification or personal redacted, of course? Would I be able to get a study now, a copy of the study now that they denied someone to see, say, 4 years ago?
I think I'd have to know some of the specifics, but I think we would work hard if the study's published and available, we can provide that particular study and the underlying data that are highlighted in that particular study.
Yeah, if it was used to promulgate a rule, then it would probably be accessible now to the public, even though it were not in the past.
So we're looking at regulations going forward. So a previously conducted study and the previous regulation, that record stands, but we're looking at regulations going forward. So this particular rule applies prospectively.
So I still can't get a copy of a publicly paid-for study that was used to promulgate a rule in the past.
It depends on how far past, but the docket that supports that rulemaking, that's what's publicly available now.
Okay. I think I yield back to balance my time.
Thank you.